Hi, this is Joyce at the Pilkington Homestead, and I am making a cinnamon peach rose today. First, I'm going to start with my yeast bread. I have put 1 3/4 cup of warm water in my mixer with 4 tablespoons of yeast, and I let it get bubbly. And now I'm going to add a 1/2 cup of honey. Then I'm going to mix it. And I'm going to add 2 beaten eggs. Then I'm going to add a 1/2 cup or a stick of butter, warm, but not too warm, just melted. And I'm going to add 1 cup of flour, and you're going to need about 5 to 6 cups of flour. So I'm going to add 1 cup. After I've added that 1 cup, then I'm going to add 2 teaspoons of salt, but I didn't want to put it right on the yeast. Okay. Now what to do is you just keep mixing as you add your flour. Usually I end up using the whole 6 cups, but today it's real humid and it may not take it all. It may just take 5. Whoops. I guess that would be a blooper. Okay, now that you have all your flour in the bowl and it's looking pretty good, I'm going to turn it up just a little bit and mix it a little longer. If you are doing it by hand and it gets too much for your mixer, just stop and start kneading it with your hands a little bit. And I'll be right back. So my dough's finished mixing up, and I took it out and I'm going to put it out on my board. And if you have one of these scrapers, it helps a lot. And it smells really good. It has that yummy yeast smell. It's so delicious. Now I'm going to put that back in here in just a minute. I'm just going to do some kneading, just a little bit, not much, where you push out, you turn, you push out, you turn, and this is how you knead your dough. And as you're doing this, it just makes it gets firmer and just more elastic as you go. Okay. Now, if you did not want to make peach rolls or something like this, right now you could just put it in your bowl, let it double, and put it in a bread pan and cook it, and you'll have delicious bread. Or you could pull off pieces and roll it and put it in a pan, and then it would make beautiful little buns. But I'm going to make rolls, and I got to put that back together. So I've got to proof it until it gets double in size. So I need to spray this so it won't stick. that in there. I'm going to cover it with a towel. I'm going to put it in the oven. If you don't have a proofer, don't turn your oven on. But I'm going to put it in my oven until it doubles, and then I'll be back. Well, I've got my dough out of the pan. As you can see, it's doubled in size. So now I'm just going to roll it out. And while it was rising, I took a can of peach filling, or pie filling. And I added 3 tablespoons of brown sugar, and I put cinnamon in it. And then I just chopped it up until it's about this size. Just really smooth, but still a little bitty coarse in it. Okay, so now we're just going to roll this out. And this is going to bake a big pan of rolls. Kind of make it a whatever shape this is. Okay. Now. Okay. Oh, that feels so soft. It's like a pillow. Okay, so I'm going to take the peach mixture and, oh, there's a piece. Didn't get mixed up. I'm just going to pour it out on the dough. Move it around. I tell you, today everything has happened. And I think it's because it's raining. And my body says, you should be in bed taking a nap, not doing something with all this rain outside. I don't know if you can hear it or not, but it's pretty loud. We're getting a lot of rain. Okay. Oh, that smells good. Okay. Move this around. And then we're going to do this just like cinnamon rolls. We are going to take it as tight as you can do it, kind of stretching and pulling, stretching and pulling. And that makes you a tight roll when you do that. So we're just going to keep doing that. And then I think I'm going to start going this way. Just try to pinch it over. Roll it over. Tuck the ends in. Now, just going to cut and put them in your pan. I put butter in the pan so it won't stick. You can see all that gooey peach. And this will, as it cooks, the peach will sort of make a little bit of a gravy and go all in the bottom of the rolls. And I have my oven. It's on 400. And it doesn't take very long for these to cook. I'd start really checking at 20 minutes. It's a little awkward. I don't want to put it on this board because I have all this peach on it, and I don't want to get it on the bottom of the pan because I'm fixing to put it in the oven. Don't want it to burn. Okay, scooch these things over just a little bit. Put the last one in there. Okay, and this is what it looks like. Let me get this over here. Looks like. And I'm going to take butter and I'm going to put it over the tops of all of them. And I'm not going to do a second rise for these. I put a lot of yeast in it so it rises fast. And then you don't really have to do a second rise. It'll do it as it's cooking. Okay. There it is. Into the oven it goes. Well, I just got the cinnamon peach rose out of the oven, and this is what you have. So now I have made up, what I did was take about a cup of powdered sugar and I sprinkled in some cinnamon, put in about a tablespoon of vanilla. I don't think vinegar would work very good. And then I put some pet milk in it and I just whipped it around. So this is the topping I'm going to put on it. And I'm just going to sprinkle this around. And then brush it. Because it's going to be hot. So this will just smear real easy. So just give it the exact finish it needs. Try to get it everywhere. Makes a lot of fluffy rolls. Okay. So there it is with the topping on it. And I'm going to take one out so you can see how big and fluffy that they are. And besides, John is just sitting there waiting to taste it. So might as well take out one for him. And here it comes. There it is. You can see it's got nice and risen, and the peach is all in the middle, and it's hot, ready to eat. Thank you for watching. Hope you come back and subscribe and like. Bye. We are getting lots of rain. It's getting pretty deep out there. John said that the goat pen is like wading in water. At least my plants are getting a good drink of water. That's my trail that I walk on, and it's underwater right now. But all the plants are going to be happy. It is really coming down. I'm wanting to walk over Kathy's, but I think even with the raincoat on, I'll get soaked.